Welcome guys, welcome to our channel Sports and Life. In this particular video we are going to do post-match review of ATK Mohan Bagan and the Kerala Blasters, which was the first match of ISL. First of all, to inform you all, this year there would be 7 Indian players and only 4 foreign players. So definitely most of the Indian players would be playing in centre backs as well as most in the forward, where one of the foreign players used to acquire. So in the both the team, center backs were made into Indian players, and most of the Indian players were getting chance. So this was one positive sign of the whole ISL. Along with that, I think since Indian centre backs make a lot of mistakes, even today there were a lot of mistakes. So what I think is that definitely there will be more goals, and this particular match has highest number of goals in any of the opening match in ISL. So first of all, I would like to see who are the top three players from each side. So from ATK Mohan Bagan, it was pretty easy to know. Last year, Manvir had played really well. So I was expecting him to play well this year as well, so that he can make a spot in Indian team. So he was in number 3 for me, and I would rate him at 8. So he was playing really quick, and he was playing in the right flank. That was really good to see, and he was beating the defense most of the time. So I would rate him at 8 on 10. So at number 2 I would go for Liston Colasso. He was one of the best players playing in ATK Mohan Bagan. So most of the forwards in ATK Mohan Bagan did their counter attacking so well, and that's the reason why you can see the scoreline to be favoring them, and they had a lot of luck as well. So I would like to tell about it later, what has affected the match and how it could have been some other result as well. So at number 1 for winning team, Roy Krishna, every time he surprises me. I feel this could be the last season of Roy Krishna, and he may go to bad form, but Roy Krishna has been proving me wrong, and he is scoring continuously, and he'll be in such a dangerous positions all the time that it is very tough to defend against him. Definitely one of the toughest strikers to be defending against in ISL, and his quality apart, definitely this year he'll be scoring more goals than any season, because this season I think there will be more goals than any other season. So selecting among Kerala Blaster the top 3 players was really tough. Anyway, I wanted to do justice for them. A notable mention was Rahul KP. He was playing well until he got injured. So at number 3 I would keep Cabra. I think he plays in CDM as well as right back. In this particular match he was playing at right back. His experience was really doing good, and most of the starting half, he and Rahul KP were creating lot of chances from right back, and one of the um, crosses which he had given was one of the best crosses I have seen from long time, given by an Indian player. So he's very famous for that. When he was in BFC as well, he was giving very good crosses. So I would expect more from Cabra. So in the defensive front, he was trying to maintain his line, but the center back were leaving their positions. So that's the reason the scoreline looks something different. But I had mentioned at number 2 I would keep Sal Abdul Samad. I had mentioned this particular thing in my previous video, top young players from India who are going to make mark in this year's ISL. So he has made the mark. So last years and all, he was not getting chance because of extra foreigner who was there. This year, since the foreigners were really less in number, that is 4, I think he got the chance, and he showed that if he gets the chance consistently and for long number of time in each match, definitely he can make a mark. He holded the ball little better than other Indian players who were in the midfield for Kerala Blasters. So he was better than other players, is what I say. Jackson was trying to hold the ball, but what he was to he tried to do is trying being CDM rather than a midfielder. So and the best player who played over in the Kerala Blaster team was Adrian Luna. So this player actually, I don't know, like if a player can play in such a great way and that team falls on the losing side. I'm really surprised. I would rate him 9 on 10. Most of the touches were so elegant, and his turns were really elegant. He controlled the game in the midfield for. KBFC. Apart from him, none of them control the ball. So I would like to mention the scoreline was like 4-2. There are few of the reasons why they really differentiate apart. So um, the goal scorers are like Hugo Bumos scoring two, and Krishna scoring one, and Liston scoring one. So Liston's goal is must watch. Please, guys, you do go to some of the channel or Hotstar and go and watch that. It was really good. Sahal's goal was also good. He has scored after long number of matches. It is his second goal, but it was really good. Apart from him. The highest paid ISL player Pravez also scored, so that goal was also really good at 63rd minute. So apart from that, the reasons for losing this particular match, I would say, is that Kerala Blaster had faith in Indian midfielders, and ATK Mohan Bagan had two of the best midfielders controlling the game. So that's one of the reason. Hugo Bumos played around with Indian midfielders, and Indian midfielders were very scared to hold the ball. So Hugo Bumos was actually making all the difference between the two team in the midfield. So that is one thing. Second thing would be the center. Apart from that, center forward and as well as the forwards of ATK Mohan Bagan, they were so fast and so brisk. Most of the shots they took were on target, as well as I don't think any keeper would have saved that. Along with that, it was one of their days in which most of their attack was going in a positive way. And thirdly, I would also mention that first goal of ATK was really lucky, which Hugo Bumo scored. So I personally think that that was a lucky goal. That was an offside. So if that was not given for ATK, then the match would be still uh, not that not that much with this much goal difference that we can see at the last minute. So apart from that, the center back of both the center backs of KBFC were not playing really well. They both were not maintaining the lines, and they were making small mistakes in which Roy Krishna was capitalizing. If one of them used to hold Roy Krishna, then Hugo Bumos or Liston used to make spaces. Uh, Fourth thing which went against KBFC is that Rahul KP's injury at the first half itself. So that is one of them, which will hurt them. If Rahul KP is not available, then they have to think about some other player need to replace them. Otherwise, it will be really tough for Kerala Blasters. So this is the post-match review of this particular game.